Good evening, everyone. Shibboleth, Part 9. Journey to Barataria. Angel has a dream that night, a long dream, about her and a whole bunch of other young folks, 300 in all, coming from lots of different kinds of families, rich, poor, middle class, black, white, yellow, even a few blue kids, some very white with dark eyes, some green like they feel a little sick. They had somehow all ended up together after responding to an advertisement which showed up as a forwarded text message originating between the Prince of Darkness, the P.O.D., and the Prince of the Unknown, the P.O.U., and then forwarded to Angel's best friend, Mosley, the one who is so quiet and quite smart. Here is what it said: a free voyage into the great open sea. Adventure, danger, excitement, fun, exploring, learning, surviving. We will depart at sunrise. Where? Just locate my phone. Bring what you can. See you soon. One by one, sometimes two by two, all of the children began arriving at the place where Silvio parked his boat. It was a huge old wooden pirate boat with lots of weathered sails fluttering in the early morning very gentle breeze. It was quiet, only a few seagulls screeching every now and then, and the creaking of the giant wooden ship, Moo-La. The new arrivals continued coming all day. Everyone got to know each other. Sunset was approaching now. At exactly 6 o'clock in the evening, a person whistled. A person whistling could be heard. Just a couple of kids heard it at first. The sound got clearer and clearer, and then there appeared at the edge of the forest not a strange or scary or mysterious thing, just a very common-looking, simple guy. There was nothing at all special about him. He could have blended in anywhere. As he got closer, some of the kids noticed that he was whistling a Christmas carol, Frosty the Snowman. One by one they joined in, softly singing along. The plain-looking old guy got closer and closer till he was standing on the beach within plain sight of everyone. And just as the song ended, he took a deep breath, held it for a second or so, and then exhaled with a whooshing sound. Welcome. And just then, the winds begin to pick up. Death inspires me like a dog inspires a rabbit. This is the lyric from a song by 21 Pilots, the pop music group. My very special guests, I am at your service. I love each one of you very much. We are about to embark upon a fantastic voyage. On this journey, all will become very clear, which may be very surprising sometimes. The most important thing I can tell you is this: every breath that I am receiving aware is one for nourishing clarity. As you say this to yourself, ask, what is my breathing doing? And just notice. Don't do anything to intentionally change it. Just witness and repeat the words in your head. Look around, but do not lose your place being with the breathing. My name is Silvio. He took another deep breath and a whoosh, and with a whoosh, he began climbing the ladder, up, 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 and into the boat. All the young people followed, meandering all around. Silvio took his place behind the big wooden steering wheel. It was taller than him. He took hold of one of the rays coming from the wheel. It looked like the sun, big and yellow. He closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and whoosh, the winds picked up. Everyone was quiet, all watching Silvio. The boat began to rock with the waves. Silvio's eyes were still closed. He was very calm. Just as the boat dislodged from its place and moved forward, Silvio opened his eyes. Tell them all. Say goodbye for now. We will be back. Then Silvio began singing Silver Bells, and everyone joined in, singing dreamily with him, and it got dark, and the stars twinkled above. Silvio gave a short good-night message to all the children. It was probably a little like a lullaby. Does everyone know about the division of labor? We will divvy up our tasks here on the boat. We are all one big community here, sharing everything fairly, including the workload. We will live a communistic lifestyle. There is plenty on board. We have all we need to be comfortable. Work it out for yourselves. Everybody chip in and try your best. Nobody will get left behind, or else we will all stay behind. We will work for the sake of all. It will be beautiful. Downstairs in the galley, you will find a set of books, which are red, and in gold is written on each one the basics, with instructions describing everything that needs to be done on our fantastic ship, Moo-La. One for all, and all for one. And when you are tired, rest, my good friends. We have a lot of voyage to go and much to learn. Always remember, I love you. I will show you. And for a month, the great wooden ship, Moo-La, floated out at sea. It seemed like nobody was getting anywhere, like the ship was sort of drifting in the doldrums. But everyone was okay. Nobody went hungry. Everybody was taken care of, but it just seemed like they were poor. Fortunately, some of the young folks were pretty smart, and some were very strong and knew just what to do and just when to do it. And some were excellent cooks. The dishes all got washed. There were even some folks on board that were good at that and even liked it. And some folks didn't really do much at all. They were just a little bit lazy, but they helped a little bit. Everyone got paid, too. But since all of us on the Moo-La were one big community, like Communism, we threw all of our wages into one big pot to share them in the true communistic way. And the ones who were in need of money the most got what money they needed, and the ones who were in need of money less only took a little because they had everything they needed already. In this way, we all floated out here in the big sea of quiddity, kind of aimlessly, but everybody got fed and had their little place to sleep and store their personal things. This went on for a month. It got a little bit boring and monotonous, and some of the keener young folks began talking to each other, saying, "We could do better, you know. I mean, our whole gang could do much better. Something's not quite right." They had been out at sea for almost a month. Nobody had seen any land. Everybody was wondering, what the heck is going on? Are we going anywhere or what? Angel wrote in her diary that night, "There seems to be an air of confusion and something is missing here. But Silvio is taking care to show us how to do things according to the book. I'm going out to watch the moon." She drew a smiley face and a heart and went to the most remotest place on the boat she could find. But then, all of a sudden, just when she thought she had found a good spot, there was Mosley. "That's okay. Hi, Mosley." They sat quietly together, watching the moon and sipping on coconut water. That night, the winds blew really, really hard. Angel had brought a blanket. She liked sleeping out under the stars. Now remember, this is all a dream. However, have you ever woke up inside a dream? Well, this is what happened. When Angel woke up the next morning, she looked out over the sea. The sun was rising on the horizon, coming up behind a mystical, timeless-looking island. The wind had blown really hard all night. It blew the Moo-La and all of the children all the way to Barataria. She watched closely as the sun was rising, so as to synchronize her internal nervous system with the movements of the earth. Then, suddenly, Angel feels the presence of someone else. But she only hears a very faint breeze. The strong winds have subsided, and it is very calm this morning. But she senses someone else is here. She continues to watch as the sun finishes rising and is now a pulsating ball of lava sitting right on top of the horizon. She closes her eyes and just sits there, being with her breathing, just noticing how it is happening, the breathing. Then Angel very quietly says, "Hello?" "We have made it," Silvio says, "thanks to the wind and the fact that our sails were open. Whoever took care of that little detail, we can thank as well. But whatever, we are here now." The Moo-La had drifted for days and days, and then, with the help of some very fortunate winds, now we finally come into sight of a new land, Barataria. We will bring it back to life. Silvio looks through some binoculars as he continues speaking. He sees a big white dog sitting on the shore. "Ah, my good companion, God." Some may think it is impossible, but my friends here on this island, and I, myself, we remember how things worked so well on Barataria not so long ago, when the people were using ice money. Now they use hoardable money again. Why? They were tricked again. And it was very easy for that to happen, because how many of the people do you think knew anything, or even wanted to know anything about how money functions? How many could see clearly through the illusion which the evil tricksters created by actually subjecting our own movement to support the illusion? And how we as human, the hand of God, ended up working with this physical realm in a very distorted way because of the secret device which the tricksters used against us, hoardable money. So we took a deep breath, and then, whoosh. We shall show them that our egotistical impulses, which are only natural for our own self-preservation, can be directed so that usury, the fundamental law of present-day economic life, where I try to get as much as I can from the other person by doing the least amount of work myself in exchange, so that this bad habit will be caused to act like that force which seeks evil but achieves good. I speak of self-preservation of the self which I am. Whether that I am is distorted or not is another matter. We will turn the tables on our evil troublemakers by using the same money which was used against us to crush us and limit our true potential. For all practical purposes, money will seem just as it is now, except it will melt, so that it cannot be just hoarded. It will be ice money. Remember, there are only two kinds of money, hoardable and unhoardable ice money. We will use a new form of money, not just the same money with a different name. We will use ice money, unhoardable money. That is all it will take. And then, by using the new form of money to generate and develop our new industry of hemp cannabis, we will not only be saving the planet, we will also provide lots and lots of new opportunities and work for people to earn more money than ever before and save more money than ever before, because interest will not be part of our everyday will not be part of our every price we pay. The percentage of interest which we pay as part of every price has risen and risen to the point that now, especially after these last 30 years, one generation, it makes up more than 50% of the price of everything we buy. This is certainly not sustainable. Our world cannot withstand and recuperate from such a demand, and only to try to pay the interest part of things. But this problem is fixable. What is the first step? Some work. And just like my good friend Max Hebecker in the small, remote town of Schwanenkirchen, Germany, I will pay you in ice money, only instead of working in a coal mine, since we don't have one of those here on Barataria, we will grow hemp cannabis, and we will all work together using the division of labor manner of doing things. My friends here are very talented too. You will see. And regarding the ones that left our island, I can't blame them. It was impossible to do business here, or even to just live comfortably. Everything was a struggle, and no one could see why. It was a mystery, and there was so much confusion and fighting in the end, all because of the hoardable money which they used, which they were tricked into using again. Now the ones remaining are back to mostly barter and primitive production, except those who slave for the few, who live on top of that mountain. Silvio pointed to a tall mountain off to one side of the island. Some say it is a volcano. I hope that someday they will all join us again. The hemp, cannabis, along with some of the other natural resources we have here on Barataria, which our God has given us freely, will provide all that we need. And we may even have enough hemp cannabis so that we can trade some of our surplus with our friends and business partners in the other countries. And that way, we can have salt and spices and some of the amazing products from Russia and the U.S. First, let us do some work, friends. Let us grow some hemp cannabis, and let us go and meet with the others, the ones who are still here. Everyone take a deep breath. Ground yourself well. Let's work a miracle with some ice money and a bunch of free land, left behind as undesirable. And I will show you how that works too. All is quiet for a minute. Softly, Angel asks, "Do you think I could get paid to build a big swing for your good old friends?" Silvio, "Anything is possible, Angel." A note, everyone will be paid, as should be, with hemp ice money. Nothing different will be experienced, except that with this money, ice money, the money which melts, our new industry, hemp, will not be interrupted. Full steam ahead. Onward. End Part 9.